2025ರಿಂದ 19/2/2024 ನಡೆಯುತ್ತಿರುವ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಇಂಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ತರಬೇತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವುದನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಮೂಲಕ ತರಬಯಸುತ್ತೇನೆ.
Okay, thank you. Enough. Now I will discuss. That's enough. Thank you. I will
ಭಾಗವಹಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವುದನ್ನು ಈ ಮೂಲಕ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ತರಬಯಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಸಕಲ ವಂದನೆಗಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ಸಾಗರ ಸರ್.
Okay. See, the question is, no, let me discuss. Because you can note down some of the points, and in case if you have any doubts, you are welcome to ask questions. Always allowed. Okay. Shall I continue my discussion, friends?
Yes sir, please continue. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಒಬ್ರು ಅವರ ಏನೋ ಆಫೀಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಕ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್.
ಹೌದಾ? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಬೇರೆ ರೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅವ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ. I think they may switch off that. Wait. See, I just told you why value education essential. See, it is essential at all levels of education. But I am particular. I have done a lot of research in this area. Even my doctoral degree is on value education, right? In the year 1978 from Mysore University, I got it. The question is, why value education is important, especially in the contemporary context. This is a very important context. And then, what are the pros and cons of value education? Before we understand what is value education, there are certain things which I would like to, talk to you people, friends. See, according to Socrates, you know who is Socrates, the great Greek philosopher. The Socrates said long back, there is only one good, that is knowledge. There is only one evil, that is ignorance. Therefore, it applies to me also. I may be a senior person, but still I am also like you. So the question is, how to remove the darkness of ignorance in your own area or in other areas, and how to throw the light of enlightenment. That is the real work of, in those days, guru they used to call, but now we talk about teacher. See, I may be a professor, basically I am a teacher only. All of us are teachers only, to tell you the truth. You understand? Now let me try to put some questions to all of you. First and the foremost thing I would like to ask is, what is education? Now, why education is important? And then, what are the various aspects related to education? That we shall try to understand for some time. And then I will proceed further. See, the purpose of education, as all of you are aware, is to provide opportunities of growth, whether it is in value content or subject content, whatever it may be. And then, what is very important is influence of good persons. So this is one of the important aspects of values. See, if we come in contact with a good company, definitely we think better. It all depends upon how we make friends, what type of influence they put on us, and how to make our value content meaningful. Now, according to Bertrand Russell, what he says is, The sole purpose of education is giving opportunities. See, you as teachers, you may be assistant or associate or professors, basically teachers, you as teacher, you provide opportunities for your own students in different subject areas. Of course, it depends upon your subject areas. And then you remove unnecessarily hampering influences. That is the role of the teacher. So this is the real content of education. Now, if you take a Latin word, I mean, it's a very important thing. You must understand this. Then alone you will understand value education. What is education? It says there are two words, Latin words, educare and educare. E-D-U-C-A-R-E. Some of you may be knowing this. E-D-U-C-E-R-E. Now, what is the difference between these two things? Because this is a very important thing. Everyone has to understand this. For example, educare, that means to bring up, to train. Whereas educare, to draw out, to bring forth. Now, let us make a distinction between these two words. Educare, to bring up. What does it mean to bring up? Can anyone tell me? To bring up means what? It means, you know, already you have a predetermined program. This is how I want to bring up the student community at any level for the matter, right from elementary up to university level. Whereas educare means to draw out. There is something good in you. In you means in every student, in every person. You have to draw out the best. See, for example, Mahatma Gandhi, long back, defined education. By education, I mean all-round drawing out of the best from child and man, body, mind, and spirit. Even now I remember, which I studied 50 years back. Now, why I'm telling this is, compared to educare, educare meaning is more appropriate and meaningful. Instead of we just training, that's also important, no doubt in it. But what is more important is how to draw out the potentials that is there in every individual. Okay. So educare and educare. Now, why I made this, I mean, to understand by every one of you is, to draw out concept is not properly understood by many of us. We simply go with the feeling that we're going to train. The train means predetermined things. For example, this is how you should teach. This is how you should understand the subject. That is also a very important concept, no doubt in it. Now, when we talk about value education, let us try to understand. Let me come to value education directly now. What is a value? Here is a beautiful definition. Value comes from the Latin word valere, which means to be of worth. Whereas the concise Oxford Dictionary defines the term value as the worth and desirability. To put it in a simpler words, when I say value, value is nothing but desire. See, everyone has desire. You all agree with me? Say yes, sir. Everyone has desire.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
See, age is no limit for desire. Even a just born baby desires for mother because mother gives milk. An elderly person also has desire. He may need company of friends, food, so on and so forth. Each and every one of us at different age level, different desires we have. The question is, what exactly and what type of desires one should expect? Whether it is higher education or just secondary education or primary education, we must make students understand that values are very, very essential in one's life. What are those values? I am going to tell it. Still, there is a lot of time for me. What is the contemporary significance of value education? Without values, you all know, mind cannot be classified, but still for our understanding, we have classified mind under 3 domains. Number 1 is cognitive domain, you all know that. Number 2 is psychomotor domain. Number 3 is affective domain. Cognitive domain refers to knowledge, understanding, and application. Psychomotor domain, psycho mind, motor using our hands, that is skills. Nowadays, even our central government is also talking about giving importance to skills development. The third one is affective domain, or it is also known as, dear friends, I will address all of you as friends. Hope you don't mind, because you are young and energetic persons. Conative domain, affective domain or conative, that refers to values, sentiments, feelings, because this is all very, very important. Without feelings, see, we have to feel. As children, we should feel for the parents. As parents, they should feel for their children. At the appropriate age, you may like somebody and you may have that feeling. See, without feeling, life has no meaning. I think you agree and understand that. Now, let me move to what are the types of values. First and the foremost thing, as all of you have understood already, but still I am going to make it more explicit. Instrumental value. What is the meaning of instrumental value? All of you look at my hands, please. You can also hold your 2 hands like this. All of you, please do it. Let me see. How to define instrumental value? Look at me, please. Means to an end. Let me repeat. Means to an end. For example, books is an instrumental value. Books acts as a means to get what? Knowledge. So, books is an example for instrumental value. Food is a means to get strength. Why do we eat? To get strength. The vitamin and all those things, okay. But normally we talk about we eat to get strength. In the similar way, water. We take water. Water acts as a means to quench our thirst. So these are all examples for instrumental value. Very, very important thing. The next important value is intrinsic value. Please hold your hand like this only. Intrinsic value. Remove this. Intrinsic value means end in itself. Intrinsic value means end in itself. For example, so-and-so is possessing scientific temperament. That means so-and-so, X or Y, he or she will not accept anything blindly. He or she will always apply the scientific temperament into that particular situation. So please remember, dear friends, all values are situational. Let me put it once again. All values are situational. When once you come out from your house, you face varieties of situations. What are those situations? I will come to that aspect after some time. So intrinsic value means end in itself. Either means to an end, this is end in itself. It's a very important thing. Say, for example, superstitious beliefs is haunting our country. Even though we are in 21st century, ahead of many countries in various aspects, including education. See, for your kind information, I have visited Harvard University, Pittsburgh University, New York University, Boston University in America. Actually, my daughter, of course, I did not tell this, but I have to tell. My son-in-law are there with their my grandkids, 2 kids are there. I went to America. I stayed for 3 months. I visited these places. See, there is not much difference between Indian universities and so-called Harvard University. Harvard is no doubt in good. See, the only difference, as I have noticed, friends, they enjoy more freedom. But in our context, we do not have more of academic freedom. We have freedom in other areas, leave it. I'm not very particular about that. We do not have what is known as academic freedom. That's the major difference. Building-wise, infrastructural facilities-wise, and the teachers-wise, Indian universities, most of the universities are good. Actually, I had a very good friend, Ved Prakash, the UGC chairman, myself and UGC chairman. We worked in NCERT headquarters long back in 1988. And when he was the when he was the chairman of UGC, he made me to visit so many universities in Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. I went there, especially for autonomous college recognition. Now, I'm telling you, our universities are equally good. Therefore, you must feel proud that Indian universities, except a few limited, most of the universities are good. Especially, I am from Mysore University, more than 100 years over since its inception. Very good university. Here and there will be some problems, but let us not take it, view it very seriously. All right. Now, what I suggest for all of you is, after completing this online course, when you go back to your colleges, please organize a debate on scientific attitude or temperament versus superstitious beliefs. This is a very important area of concern. You please invite, when you organize this debate, bring the villages nearby. If whatever language they speak, if they speak in Kannada or Bengali language, I came to know there are 2 persons from West Bengal. I welcome them. I'm very happy. So you, in your own language, you discuss and make them to understand. See, the main problem with us is we have to make our students at any level, including university level, you are all at the collegiate level, we must make them to think. Only when you think, you can ink. Thinking and inking means writing. Only when you think, you write well. You will be inking. Suppose in the examination, if the question paper is given to you, and if you have not studied properly, what normally happens? They cannot think questions, they cannot understand. They cannot ink, they only blink. Therefore, we must be very, very cautious when we talk about a new approach to teaching. As all of you are aware, constructivism is the new approach to help our students learn better. Perhaps you all know the 21st century role of teacher. Can anyone tell me what is the new role of teacher in the 21st century? Can anyone answer me, please? How a teacher is addressed as what?
Sir, he is a facilitator, sir.
Very good. I mean, give your name, please.
Sir, Saumeshri.
From?
GFGC Siddhakatte, Dakshina Kannada, sir.
You are given a very correct answer. Congratulations. Claps for her. See, the modern role of the teacher is a learning facilitator. He has to facilitate the learning process in the classroom. It's a very, very important thing. What do you mean by that? Suppose if when you are entering the class, whether it is value education class or your own subject class, if someone asks, before you enter the classroom, hey, what will you going to do? If you say, I'm going to teach, means very wrong. The concept of teaching all those things, you have to keep in mind in such a way that you facilitate learning. You are not going to tell everything on your own. Those days have gone. Now, you have to give motivational questions. This is also part of value education. Why do you practice crude traditions? Let them think. So the scientific temperament automatically comes to the surface. Superstitious beliefs, as I already pointed out, is rampant in India, right from Jammu and Kashmir down to Kanyakumari. How to separate this? What is the role of you people? What is the role of me? Even though I am retired, but still, I am an active person. I go to so many universities, so many MMTC centers. Previously, it used to be known as HRDC, Human Resource Development Center, as all of you are aware of it. All right. So how to ward off superstitious beliefs? Because superstitious beliefs, it will hamper our progress. Not only individual progress, the country's progress. Therefore, how to remove what is known as superstitious beliefs and how to bring in what is known as scientific temperament. You have to make every student in your own classroom, I am telling you, to think. Only when they think, they can ink better. I have another question for all of you. We talk about knowledge, how to make students to come out with appropriate and meaningful knowledge. What is knowledge? If someone asks you, can you define a knowledge? How will you answer? Can anyone answer me? What is knowledge? See, you are a person with some experience. May not be like me, but you have some experience, you know. What is knowledge? How will you answer? Can anyone answer me? Otherwise, I will answer and I will make you understand what is the concept of knowledge. I have a question for you. All right. All of you, please listen and look at me carefully. I am also an actor. For your information, I have acted in many films, more than 20 TV serials. Now, at present, I am the Vice President of Kannada Film Chamber in the entire state of Karnataka. It's okay, leave it. When you are teaching in the class, my question is, can a teacher provide knowledge to the students? Yes or no? You give me either yes or no answer only, please. Can a teacher, while teaching, provide knowledge to the students? Yes or no? Answer me.
Yes, they will provide.
Okay.
No.
Next answer.
Yes.
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay. No. Okay. Then
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir. Okay. So many yes,
Yes, sir.
yes, no is coming. Okay. Hello. You did not hear me?
You're audible, sir.
Audible? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So what is the correct answer? Can a teacher provide knowledge to the students in the classroom at any level, primary or secondary or university level? The correct answer is, some of you have said no. Nobody can give knowledge to anybody. Please remember this. Then what does the teacher provide in the classroom? The teacher provides information. You all know that. The teacher provides information. In Kannada, we say mahiti. Okay, information. So what the student is supposed to do? Information needs to be processed. Please remember this. Information needs to be processed. See, God has given everyone the processing power at any age. For example, a baby, just born baby, it recognizes the voice of the mother. You know, LSRW, listening, speaking, reading, and writing, 4 language skills. Isn't it? LSRW. The child, when the baby is inside the mother's womb, it first listens to the voice of the mother, whether it is Kannada or Tamil or English, Urdu, whatever it may be, Tamil, anything for the matter. So the baby wants milk from the mother. So it looks at the mother. It continues further, from mother's milk, it will go to the bottled milk and all those things, that elevate. So at any age, even a 100-year-old person, he has the processing power. What is the meaning of processing? Please understand this so that, you can do a good job from your good teaching from next, when you go back to your colleges. See, processing means bringing ideas together. For example, a baby voice, it already recognized. So it just process the mother's voice and expects mothers to come near the baby to feed the baby with the milk. Everyone, I and you, we have to process, bringing the ideas together, linking it together, and further you will develop the knowledge. See, during 15th century, a professor was asked, can you define a school? He defined, school is nothing. All of you, please listen to me carefully. It's a very important statement I am making. School is nothing but a shop where teachers sell knowledge, students purchase knowledge. This is what he said, it seems. That concept has gone. You know, in those days, classroom means what? Students used to be passive listeners. And teacher used to be active person. But in today's class, no. Students are active social players. You remember these words, what I am telling. The modern students are active social players. They ask questions. They want clarifications. They want their doubts to be cleared. So this is the difference. That is the reason why we talk about constructivism is the new approach to teaching any subject, including value education. Constructivism. Have you heard of this? How many of you know constructivism? Please put up your hands. Constructivism, constructivist approach. Very good. Okay, Rajesh has said. Navani, Satish has said. Very happy. All right. What is constructivism? Have you heard of the names like Vygotsky, Chomsky, Nova? These are the persons who worked as far as language development is concerned. That's a very important thing. Language development. So now values. We talk about, as I have already pointed out, instrumental value, intrinsic value. We talk about material value, moral values, aesthetic values. What do you mean by aesthetic value? Okay, I will answer. Aesthetic value is nothing but appreciation of beauty. Yes. Appreciation of, for example, if you go near sea, either during early morning, if you go to Kanyakumari, I have seen in Karnataka, Agumbe also is a good place, and Mangalore is also a good place. If you go to Tamil Nadu, Chennai is also a good place.
Yes, sir.
All right. When you look at the sunset or sunrise, you should feel happy, aesthetic value. See, suppose some of you wants to come to Mysore to see Jagan Mohan Palace, where you will see beautiful paintings of Ravi Verma. Ravi Verma's painting, after seeing, if you say, what is there? He has just painted, means you don't have aesthetic value. Aesthetic value means sense of appreciation. Sense of appreciation. That's a very, very important thing. Now we must know how to appreciate. Appreciating the beauty. All right. We have to foster right kind of values to the students at different levels, including higher education. All right. Now, I would like to talk about what are the important values that needs to be made known to the students. See, in value education, there's a statement. I would like to make a beautiful statement. Values cannot be taught, but can be caught. Let me repeat. Values cannot be taught, but can be caught. What does it mean? That means don't talk about values, practice values. You all agree with me? You have to practice values. See, for example, I will tell you.
Exactly, sir.
Yes. Thank you, Aziz Ahmad.
Ijazam, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
See, for example, I will tell you, I will give example for that. Punctuality, because we are all, including me, we are all basically teachers. Punctuality. If I myself go late to the college and ask students to come at the right time, the students know, so-and-so is coming always late. And they will say, sir, you come first at the right time, then we will also come. So that is the reason why we say, if you cannot practice a value, please don't preach that. Preach not what you practice not. Students, especially at the school level, see, college level, they are all mature persons, live it. School level, teachers will be telling to the students, smoking is very bad. And the teacher himself will be smoking and going in maybe market area in that particular place. The students will look at and they say, what is this? He said smoking is bad, but he himself is smoking. Oh, that means we can say something, do something. So this type of what is called a kind of a trauma comes into their mind. Therefore, if you cannot practice a value, don't talk about that value. So value education, what is very important is practice and not just talk about values. I still remember for our institute, see, I am from NCERT, Regional Institute of Education, Mysore. It's a very famous institute. There, so many foreigners from different universities also come for discussion. German education department, some professors, some 6 persons, they came to our college when I was in service long back. This is about 15 years back. Then one of my colleagues asked, what about moral education? What about value education? Do you know what the answer they gave? What? We don't talk about value education or moral education. We practice, they said. But what a beautiful answer they have given. So this is how, I and you have to think about how to make values a meaningful and appropriate thing for our own life. A valueless person has no meaning in his life, and he will not only suffer personally, he will make others to suffer. So we must be very, very careful. Say, for example, in colleges, we talk about what is known as, see, for example, one more example I wanted to tell you. Processed behavior is knowledge. You all agree with me. Processed behavior or information is knowledge. What is processed knowledge? That's also a very important value. Processed knowledge is nothing but wisdom. In Kannada, wisdom annadake. What do you say in Kannada for wisdom? Viveka. Am I right? Say yes, sir. Open your mouth.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
so
sir.
happy. I'm so happy to interact with you people. I have come not to lecture here, to interact, because you also know many things. I go with that assumption. So what is wisdom? Wisdom is nothing but wisdom comes out of age and experience. Wisdom comes out of age and experience. Please remember this. That is the reason why, as a value point, those who have passed out just master degree, any master degree, he or she will not be made as a head of the department or vice chancellor because they doesn't have the wisdom. Wisdom comes with the age and experience. That's a very important thing. The time is going up. Now, I would like to speak to you about 4 pillars of education. This is also very important, value-based pillars. Number 1. See, Delors, he is a very famous person. You may be knowing or may not be knowing. Jacques Delors, his name actually. Jacques Delors, he talks about 4 pillars of education. He's a UNESCO person, sir. My dear friends, UNESCO person. 4, he talks about pillars. Number 1, you all know this, but I will tell you. You should not forget this. You should note down. Just small line, not a lengthy line. Number 1, learning to know. Note down immediately. Learning to know. Second one, afterwards I will explain. Second one, learning to do. Number 1, learning to know, learning to do. The third one, learning to be. Learning to be. And the fourth one, learning to live together. Live together. Learning to live together. You understand? Why I am telling this is, learning to know means knowledge is very essential. For information, the latest thinking is every student is a constructor of knowledge. Please note down this. Every student is a constructor of knowledge. Those days have gone when teachers used to say, I am giving knowledge. No. No teacher can give knowledge. No parents can give knowledge to their children. They give only information and you have to process the information to get the knowledge. So the latest idea, according to constructivism or constructivist approach to teaching, every student is a constructor of knowledge. It's a value component. Yes. Every student is a constructor of knowledge. See, oh, how beautiful it is. Why? SLC and PUC students get 100 out of 100 marks because they process the questions given in a meaningful way and they answer it well. Those who process correctly, they get full. Those who doesn't process, they will get 3/4 or half or sometimes even nothing. Learning to know. Okay, because the time is up. The second one is learning to do. That means practical work. See, we talk about nowadays lot of practical work, as all of you are aware. And as a science teacher, even arts teacher, you have a lot of opportunities for students to give, practical work, learning to do. Then learning to be. What do you mean by learning to be? See, each individual, those who are listening to me now here, you have your own personality, isn't it? For example, Azia Ahmad has a personality. Soumya Prabha having her own personality. Sangeeta, Pavitra, Rekha, Om Prakash, Sunil Kumar. Then Harish. I'm seeing these names. That's why I'm telling you. You people have your own, way of thinking, way of doing work. Learning to be means stick to your values, stick to your ideas in a right way, not wrong way. Stick to your ideas. You may agree to disagree, but you have your own stand on certain things. So that is called learning to be. Don't become for everything yes man. Anything yes means meaningless. You have to think, each individual is different. God has created each individual with different ideas, different thinking power. Not all will think in the same way. Not all will eat in the same way. This is a beautiful thing. All right. Then learning to live together. See, dear friends, man has learned how to fly, how to go deep inside the water. But man has not learned how to live on the surface of the earth. So that means good understanding is very much needed. Value component should come here to understand the feelings of others. See, I can speak to you hours together. This is a very important thing. And we must learn how to live together. All right. Now, what are the values that are very important to understand? See, for example, believe in yourself. That's a value. First of all, you must have faith in you. You are agree with me. Believe in yourself. When I talk about self-esteem, at the time also I will bring this idea, but for the time being, you understand this much. Believe in yourself. Have faith in you. I don't have anything. Always pessimism. No optimism means your life will be meaningless. You must be a practical man. Always think positive things. See, each one is different. You all agree with me? Say yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Each
Yes,
one is
sir.
different.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For this, I will give you an example. In your life, you have not heard this example. I am giving you example. Look at my 5 fingers. Look at your own 5 fingers. 5 fingers, once, what they did, they quarreled, it seems. Very interesting. You tell your students also, tell your persons at home also, friends also. 5 fingers started quarreling. I am great, you are not great, I am great, like this. The thumb said, I am the best. You know that? Because if I put my thumb like this, I am always right like that. Then this finger, 4-finger, it got annoyed, angry. Hey, keep quiet, I say. I am also very, very important. I will fold all other fingers and I will put my 4-finger like this. Hey, listen to me, I am great. Then this ring finger, no, not ring finger, the middle finger. The middle finger got annoyed and it said, hey, all of you stand up together. Who is tall? I am the tall. So I am a very important person. So this finger said, I am the great. Then this finger, ring finger, got annoyed and it said, hey, you foolish fellows, you don't understand. I am a very important person. All gold things are put to my finger only. Therefore, I am very important. Then the little finger, the last one, it said, Yella, please observe me very carefully now. It said, when you pray God, can you see this? When you pray God, first God gives all types of encouragement to me first. So therefore, afterwards only you people. So that means I am also very important. So finally, the understanding is each one has his or her own way of thinking, way of doing work. Therefore, you must tell the students also, our life is less like 5 fingers. But when you come together, you will get energy. That's a different thing. So by quarreling, finally what happens? They understand that each one is important. Each individual is important. Each individual differs from others, but everyone is important. That point you must understand. All right. Now, I would like to give some of the very important values that needs to be understood by everyone. All right. 1 second. All right. All right. Okay. See, the next question I would like to pose for all of you is, how will you define moral? What is moral? Moral is nothing but, listen to me carefully, moral is nothing but to judge a situation as right or wrong. Moral refers to judging a situation as right or wrong. And I told you just now, Socrates said, if there is only one evil, that is ignorance, there is only one good, knowledge. So try to understand these questions. All right. Now, some of the very important values I would like to read out to make you understand and appreciate this. See, as far as the field of education is concerned, there is one value, there is one value every teacher has to practice. Can you tell me what it is? Every teacher has to practice one particular value. If I answer, you will say, yes, yes, you will say. What is that? Tell me.
Moral values.
Moral value.
See, there are many teachers without moral value, still they are teachers. That is not wrong. But in this context, that is not the correct answer. Tell me. Go ahead.
Sir, maybe democratic value.
No, there are many undemocratic teachers. Leave it. Not that answer. No. But your answer is right. But here, not the correct answer. Yes, please.
It's ethics.
Ethical value.
Ethical value.
No. There are many teachers without understanding what ethics they are still working. No, that's not the correct answer. If you answer, I will consider you as a very brilliant fellow. I will tell you again.
Intrinsic values.
Yes, please. Tell. Manjunath, tell.
Intrinsic values.
No. There is one value.
Doing good things, sir.
There are many teachers, they may not do good things, but still they are teachers. No.
Sir, having empathy for students.
Empathy. No, there are many teachers without empathetic attitude, still they are. Empathy, all of you understand. Empathy means feeling, wearing the shoes of others to understand how they are suffering, how they are
Yes.
feeling like that. But that is not the answer. That is not the answer, Sangeeta.
Social or psychological value?
No. There is one particular, I will tell you, then you will say, yes, sir, Prahallada, you are right, you will say. There is one particular value every teacher has to practice. Me, you, everyone.
Sir, the value of conscience.
Shall I answer?
Yes, sir, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You know this, but still it has not flashed your mind. That's all.
Professional value.
No. There are many. Professional value means there are hundreds, sir. That is not the answer, dear. I will tell you now because the question of time, because I have to have another session also. Listen to me carefully now. The time is up. I will tell you. It is nothing but impartiality. Impartial behavior. I will tell you what the meaning is. See, there are many teachers, not you. I and you are good, leave it. There are many teachers. Suppose the students ask an uncomfortable question in the classroom or confronts the teacher, then the teacher will keep a kind of grudge on the student, and he may take revenge while valuing his or her paper. Sometimes some teachers, even though the candidate has done well, but still they will give less marks and fail. It happened in many colleges. Now
Exactly,
we are warning everyone, every teacher. No. See, whatever may be the question, whatever may be uncomfortable question, what is important is the way they have answered, you give the marks. Suppose if the answer is wrong, give 0. Answer is right, don't bring your, what is called victimization concept. No student should be victimized. All are important. How they have performed, like that you give marks. God will also appreciate you. This type of thing is, such persons are unfit to be teachers, in my opinion. Yes, it happened.
Biased mind, sir. Biased mind.
Yes, sir.
Biased mind, sir. Biased.
Biased mind should not be there. I agree with you. You are right, sir. See, this is a very important. See, today you have learned a very important thing. In values, what is very important is treat all students equal. Not in any other sense, height to weight, no. Their intelligence, it differs. That is also not. When they perform in a proper way, even though they ask uncomfortable questions or tricky questions, still you have to train them. You have to give them marks and not victimize students. So, impartiality. All right, there are so many values here I would like to have mentioned. I will tell you. Honesty, truthfulness, justice, fairness, patriotism, charity, generosity, adventure, courage, critical thinking, friendliness, integrity, individuality, open-mindedness, hospitality, dignity, punctuality, tolerance, patience, rationality, respect for rules, respect for the views of others, sincerity, thrift, modesty, gratitude, cleanliness, courtesy, cooperation, politeness, self-reliance, self-discipline, self-improvement, diligence, self-confidence, orderliness, beauty, love for family. The first session is coming to an end. I would like to ask you one particular question. Thrift. What do you understand by thrift? This is a very important value. What do you mean by thrift? See, in Karnataka, I will answer because the time is up. In Karnataka, during J.H. Patel, he was the chief minister in Karnataka. At that time, primary and secondary education minister was Govinda Gowda. Okay. Both of them are no more now. Let's leave it. Govinda Gowda introduced the thrift scheme in school. Thrift means saving money. T-H-R-I-F-T. Thrift means saving money. Suppose if you earn, as a elderly person, you earn 50,000. If you spend only 40,000 and save 10,000, you come under the thrift category. Suppose you get 50,000 and spend 60,000, then you are a spendthrift. So the opposite of thrift is spendthrift. So what Govinda Gowda did, when he was the primary and secondary education minister in Karnataka at that time, he made every school student to save 1 rupee every day. That's a value.